This video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute professional medical advice. Please consult with your doctor or a qualified healthcare specialist before starting any new vitamins or supplements mentioned in this video. Use of this information is at your own risk. It hits at 3 a.m. A knot so tight and angry it feels like your calf is turning to stone. But what happens in the next 10 seconds will determine if you walk normally tomorrow or if you end up with a shattered hip. People over 60 make one massive instinctive error the second a nighttime cramp strikes. You think you are stretching it out, but you are actually locking the muscle into a dangerous spasm that could send you crashing to the floor. It strikes at 3 a.m. A knot so tight and angry it feels like your calf muscle is turning to stone. But what happens in the next 10 seconds will determine if you walk normally tomorrow or if you end up with a shattered hip. If you are over 60, that sudden blinding pain in your calf isn't just a harmless cramp. It is a ticking time bomb. Most people rub their leg, grit their teeth, and try to go back to sleep, completely unaware that they are setting themselves up for a devastating bone fracture before morning. You are making one fatal instinctive mistake the moment that spasm hits, and if you don't stop doing it tonight, your next trip out of bed might be in an ambulance. Welcome to ElderFit Nutrition. It's a pleasure to have you with us today as we address a shadow that haunts the bedrooms of millions. At this stage of life, a nighttime leg cramp is not merely an inconvenience, it is a profound safety hazard. Imagine the scene. The pain is so violent it jolts you out of a deep sleep. Your brain panics. In the dark, disoriented and gasping, you throw off the blankets and try to stand up to walk it off. But your leg is locked. It won't support you. In that split second of instability, a fall occurs. For someone in their 60s, 70s, or 80s, that fall often leads to a fractured hip or a broken pelvis. Injuries that can permanently strip away your independence and change the trajectory of your life forever. This is the reality no one talks about. The cramp is the trigger, but the panic is the trap. We are here to dismantle that trap today. Before we dive deeper into how to save your mobility and your peace of mind, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel. Your support gives us the motivation to continue creating these vital health guides for our senior community. Together, we can ensure that these golden years are defined by strength, not fear. When that cramp fires, your body enters a state of high alert. You feel betrayed by your own muscles. That lingering soreness the next day is a physical reminder of the trauma your tissues endured. But the psychological cost is even higher. You begin to dread the very act of going to sleep. You lie there perfectly still, terrified that the slightest movement of your ankle will trigger another attack. This chronic stress exhausts your nervous system, leaving you depleted when you should be enjoying your day. We need to stop the guesswork and the suffering. Tonight, we are going to replace that fear with a precise, life-saving strategy. Before we move into the mechanics of why this is happening to you, I want you to pause and reflect on your own experience. Please answer this small reflection question in the comments below. When a cramp hits you in the middle of the night, what is your immediate gut-level reaction? A. I freeze in bed, terrified to move, and wait for the pain to pass. B. I immediately try to jump out of bed and stand on it to force the muscle to release. Comment your answer, A or B, below. Your response helps us understand your struggle and allows this community to support one another. To truly end this nightmare, we must understand why your legs are screaming for help at 2 a.m. and not at 2 p.m. Think back to your day. When you are moving, walking, or even just shifting in a chair, your calf muscles are alive and active. Every time they contract, they act like a secondary heart, a mechanical pump that squeezes blood and fluid back up toward your torso. This constant flow keeps your tissues bathed in fresh oxygen and clears out the metabolic waste that naturally builds up. But the moment you slide under the covers for 7 or 8 hours of rest, that pump shuts off. Your legs become a stagnant pool. As you cross the age of 60, your vascular efficiency naturally begins to decline. The return trip for your blood becomes more difficult. While you are deep in sleep, the circulation in your lower legs slows to a crawl. The fluid begins to settle, and the oxygen levels in your muscle fibers begin to plummet. Your muscles are effectively starving in the dark. When a muscle is starved of oxygen for too long, it enters a state of metabolic crisis. It sends out a violent protective distress signal. That signal is the cramp. It is a desperate, involuntary contraction intended to wake you up and get you moving. But the cost of that signal is agonizing pain. However, there is an even more sinister culprit hiding right at the foot of your bed. Look at your blankets. Many of us prefer a neatly made bed with heavy covers tucked tightly under the mattress. While this looks tidy, it creates a physical prison for your feet. For 8 hours, the weight of those heavy blankets presses down on your toes, forcing your feet into a pointed, ballet toe position. In this position, your calf muscle is held in a shortened, contracted state for the entire night. You are essentially preloading the spring of a trap. By the time 3 a.m. rolls around, your shortened, oxygen-deprived muscle is so brittle and sensitive that the smallest twitch causes it to snap into a full-blown spasm. This is why just drinking more water rarely solves the problem for those over 60. You are dealing with a mechanical and circulatory standstill. Your legs have spent 6 decades carrying the weight of your world, through every triumph and every challenge. Now, in the stillness of the night, they are asking for a different kind of attention. They aren't broken or old. They are simply congested and neglected. They are waiting for you to restart the pump and clear the path before the lights go out. Understanding this internal starvation is the first step toward reclaiming your sleep. It isn't a mystery anymore. It's a biological process that we have the power to influence. We are going to move from being victims of our physiology to being masters of it, ensuring that your legs feel light, warm, and safe long before your head hits the pillow. Now that we understand the why, we must move into the how. We are going to restart that internal pump together, transitioning from a state of stagnation to a state of flow. The first movement is the bedside gas pedal. Sit on the edge of your bed or lean back comfortably against the headboard. Imagine you are in the driver's seat of a car. Gently press your right foot down, pointing your toes away, while simultaneously pulling your left toes back toward your nose. This isn't about speed or power. It's about a slow, deliberate squeeze of the muscle. You are mechanically forcing that sluggish, oxygen-deprived blood to move out and making room for fresh circulation to move in. Feel the warmth beginning to spread through your lower limbs. This simple rhythmic pulse tells your circulatory system that the day's work isn't over yet. Do this for 60 seconds, keeping the intensity low, just a 4 out of 10. Next, we must address the fluid trapped deep within the muscle fibers through the calf wring-out. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Your calf must be completely soft and pliable like dough. Wrap both hands around the base of your leg, just above the heel. Squeeze firmly and slide your hands upward in one long, steady stroke, moving all the way to the back of the knee. You are physically milking the congestion out of the tissue, helping the lymphatic system do what it can no longer do alone. Never massage downward. We are working with the heart's natural return path, not against it. Do 5 or 6 slow passes on each leg. You will feel a lightness returning, as if a heavy weight has been lifted from your ankles. Finally, we reach the most critical preventative move, the assisted towel stretch. Loop a small towel or belt around the ball of your foot. Keeping your knee straight, gently pull the towel toward you. This is where we break the shortened muscle cycle caused by heavy blankets. But there is a secret ingredient here, your breath. Use the 4 to 7 8 technique. Inhale for a count of 4, hold for 7, and exhale through pursed lips for a count of 8. This long, controlled exhale is a biological kill switch for your body's stress response. It whispers to your nervous system that the danger is gone and it is safe to relax. By lengthening the muscle while simultaneously calming the brain, you are creating a fortress of relaxation. If a cramp does dare to strike later, remember your emergency move. Straighten the leg and pull those toes back hard. This is your brake lever. Use it to stop the spasm before it consumes your peace. While these physical movements prepare the exterior, we must also address the chemical environment inside your muscle cells. Movement is the spark, but nutrition is the fuel that keeps the fire from turning into a wildfire. Many seniors are told to simply drink more water. But for those over 60, flooding your system with plain water right before bed can actually backfire. It can dilute the very electrolytes your nerves need to communicate, leading to midnight bathroom trips that increase your risk of falling. Instead, we must focus on mineral harmony. Magnesium is the master relaxer of the mineral world. It is the chemical signal that allows a muscle fiber to let go after it has finished its work. If your levels are low, the muscle stays on, twitching and ready to seize at the slightest provocation. Integrating magnesium-rich foods into your dinner, such as a handful of pumpkin seeds, a serving of leafy greens, or even a square of dark chocolate, can provide the chemical silence your legs crave. Potassium is the vital partner in this dance, found easily in a simple evening banana or a medium potato. These are not just snacks, they are biological stabilizers that prevent your nerves from misfiring. And for a new layer of protection you might not have considered, let gravity work for you while you sleep. Place a single, slim pillow under your calves. Ensure it is under the meat of the muscle, not just the heels. This subtle elevation encourages the return of lymphatic fluid toward your heart, preventing the pooling effect that triggers a crisis at 3 a.m. Combine this elevation with a tiny pinch of natural sea salt in your evening glass of water. This helps your body actually hold on to the hydration and minerals rather than just passing them through. You aren't just getting older. You are operating a more sophisticated machine that requires finer tuning. When you feed your muscles the right minerals and position your body to assist its own natural flow, you remove the biological reasons for a cramp to exist. You are no longer just hoping for a good night. You are engineering one. Treat your dinner plate as your first line of defense and your pillow placement as your second. Together, they form an internal shield that allows your nervous system to finally, fully stand down. I know that when you are being jolted awake in pain every single night, it is so easy to lose hope. It is easy to look at your bed with a sense of dread, thinking that peaceful, uninterrupted sleep is a relic of your youth that you will never reclaim. But I see the transformation happen all the time. People in their 60s, 70s, and 80s who started with agonizing, rock-hard leg cramps every night find that within just 1 week of consistent, gentle care, they are sleeping through the night. They wake up refreshed, walking without that lingering, bruised soreness that follows a midnight spasm. Your legs are not broken. They are not simply wearing out because of the date on your birth certificate. They are resilient, and they are waiting for you to give them the right kind of attention. So here is my challenge to you. I want you to enter into a 7-day contract with your own body. For just 1 week, commit to this evening routine. Before you close your eyes, perform the gas pedal pumps to restart the circulation. Use your hands for the calf wring out to drain the stagnant fluid. Use your towel to lengthen those muscles, and use your breath to calm your nervous system. And finally, loosen those blankets at the foot of your bed to set your feet free. Mark these 7 nights on your calendar. This is not about a quick fix. It is about proving to yourself that you still have agency over your health. After those 7 nights, I want you to come back here and share your story. Did the spasms ease up? Did you finally sleep without the paralyzing fear of moving your foot the wrong way? Your progress is more than just a personal win. It is a spark of hope for someone else who is currently suffering in the dark, thinking there is no way out. As we bring this conversation to a close, I want you to take a moment to truly appreciate the incredible journey your legs have taken you on. For over 60 years, they have been the silent pillars of your existence. They carried you through your first steps, they stood firm during your hardest days, and they walked you toward every person and every dream you ever loved. They have been so reliable for so long that it is easy to take them for granted until they begin to scream for help. But these nighttime cramps are not a sign of defeat. They are a conversation. Your body is asking for the same care and respect you have given to everyone else in your life. Taking 10 minutes before bed to nurture your circulation and balance your minerals is not an indulgence. It is an act of gratitude toward the physical vessel that allows you to experience this world. A peaceful night of sleep is the foundation of a vibrant life. When you sleep well, Your brain is sharper, your mood is steadier, and your body has the energy it needs to keep you independent and active. You deserve to wake up feeling ready for the day, not exhausted from a battle fought in the shadows of 3 a.m. By adopting these simple habits, you are choosing to age with dignity and power. You are refusing to accept pain as an inevitable companion. Trust in the wisdom of your body, be patient with the process, and remember that it is never too late to start listening to what your muscles are trying to tell you. You have the tools, you have the knowledge, and now you have the plan. The deep lesson to be drawn from this is that our bodies are not machines that simply break down. They are biological systems that respond to the environment we create for them. The application is simple. Consistency in small, gentle actions outweighs the intensity of a one-time effort. Apply this by treating your bedtime routine as a sacred ritual of self-preservation. Small adjustments, like mineral-rich foods and mindful movement, create a cumulative effect that transforms your quality of life over the long term. To help our community learn from each other, I have a simple question for you. Out of the 3 movements we discussed today, the gas pedal, the calf ring out, or the towel stretch, which one do you think your legs need the most right now? Please share your answer in the comments below so we can see which techniques are helping the most. If you found this guide helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel. Your support is what drives us to continue creating these practical, high-value guides to help you stay strong and healthy. We look forward to seeing you in the next one.